I got like 3 topics I'm talking about. So I'm talking about a few things. One thing is the Trump administration need to bring Kilmar Garcia, back to the United States. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled 9-0 for them to return that man back home to his family. That's one topic. The second one I'll be talking about is Pete Hegseth. Now, he's the Secretary of Defense, leaked out for the second time confidential information. That's the second thing he did. I mean, he did that the second time. All it takes for one time to leak confidential information and it's ground to be terminated, and you can also go to prison. The third thing is I'm talking about President Trump, and how he's demolishing this economy. President Trump is demolishing the economy, and he spoke while he was running, he campaigned and said on day one that he was going to do something to help the economy. He has done the exact opposite. This administration is incompetent. It's terrible. As you enter this building, go ahead up the chat. Let me know you're in the building. Let me know where you are watching from too. But I'm talking about some things, man. The first thing is I hear a lot of people saying Garcia he need to be out. Listen, that man was here legally under what's called withhold without removal. They should have never removed that man. They admitted in court, the Trump administration has admitted in court that they sent the man out of the country by mistake. But now they're so arrogant, so condescending, that they want to go against that. But the Supreme Court ruled that they need to facilitate Garcia's return. The second thing, I'm not letting this slide. I'm not letting this slide, man, about Pete Hegseth and his incompetence. Before I get into that further, I just remembered, man, I want to, acknowledge, man, the Florida State victims, the school shooting, prayers for their family, any victims and the students who's dealing with that. So prayers and shout out go to them. And also about the Pope, it's like, what, 1.5 billion Catholics. So, prayers out for them, man, as well. 18 stars, welcome in. Sliding down, welcome in, man. I welcome everybody here. If it's your first time, thank you for coming. If you're tired of that Trump stuff, make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. As I was saying, the Trump administration need to, Jay Calvin said MAGA, okay. We forgive you for that, man, ain't no problem. This live here, any of my lives is for free thinkers, man. All those who able to think for themselves. 18 stars said Trump, it is so dramatic. Okay. What I'm saying is the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled 9-0. The United States, the highest court of the land, has ruled 9-0 for President Trump to bring Garcia back to his wife and his children. Hey, let me go and get rid of this clown. Listen, man, for all y'all that don't know how I get down, for all y'all that don't know, man, you better read the policies that I got up there. Easy for y'all to review that, man. Because you come here clowning, you're going to get blocked. As I said, man, Bridget said, hey, Bridget, welcome to the chat. Anybody who came for the first time, I want to welcome y'all. This live is for free thinkers, man. Those who can think for themselves and not just committed to one man and say, I believe everything this one man. Picasso, what's up? DJ, we get it. We disagree, but we get blocked. Okay. As long as you're respectful, man, and that's the least I can ask. You come here with that racism and that hate, condescending, you going and also, man, if y'all be spamming, it was a lot of that the other day. You're gonna get blocked, man. So just to let y'all know, man. But I want to send love to all the supporters, man, those who have been respectful, people who watch from outside the country. Nothing but love to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm talking about today. Mike Hall said, you want to hear it? No, I don't want to hear a joke, man. Right now ain't the time for that. But thank you, though, Mike. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Dub, I ain't really understand what you were saying, but welcome to the chat, man. We're talking about this trash administration and President Trump and how they need to return Garcia back to the United States with his wife and his children. That man has a wife and children. For all my pro-life people, that man has a wife and children. Also, it was the United States Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that they facilitate his return. The second thing, man, I ain't letting go about Pete Hegseth. They did the first leak of confidential information, and now he did it again on his phone, on Facebook, talking about confidential information with his wife, his brother, and the attorney. That needs to be addressed. But guess what Trump and them do? Oh, he's doing a good job. That man leaked confidential information. I want y'all to research the Espionage Act of 1917. Any official who leaks confidential information should be terminated, first of all, and then he can face jail or fine or both. I want y'all to check that out, man. The Espionage Act of 1917. Check that out, man. Make sure you check out the Espionage Act of 1917. That's the second time he leaked confidential information. They can't even protect confidential information, which is sad. And they talk about DEI or incompetent. This administration is the worst administration, the worst president, and we have an incompetent administration. And let's talk about the stocks. I'm talking about Trump now and the stocks. The stock market has plummeted once again under Trump's leadership. The same man that said he'd ordered a deal and that he was going to fix the economy. This is the same man, President Trump. I'll fix it in 24 hours on day one. But see, all he does is lie to y'all, those who follow him. He can't lie to us free thinkers, but he can just say it to some of y'all and y'all just go for it, man. Listen, man, if you just new here, if this is your first time, I'm talking about Trump and his administration, man. I'm talking about Trump and his administration and how incompetent they are. First of all, they need to got a truck going by. First of all, they need to bring Garcia back to the United States. They was ordered by the Supreme Court. The vote was 9-0 for them to facilitate his return. I'm going to say it again. People keep saying all this and a tattoo and he had a hat on. He's a gang member. I'm going to say it again, man, for those who cannot hear or don't understand. First of all, let's put our thinking caps on. As they used to say in school, put on our thinking caps. President Trump is right now violating the Constitution. The United States Supreme Court ruled for him to facilitate his return. And the judges keep asking, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. President, to facilitate his return? And the answer is absolutely nothing. He just violating the Constitution. So my question to y'all on here, do y'all support and believe in the Constitution? Do y'all support and believe in the Constitution? Because on one hand, we say the Constitution and this and that. And also for my pro-life people, everybody who say they pro-life, we believe we pro-life. Okay, Garcia got a wife and children over here that he need to get back to so he can help support them. I'm going to say it again. Kilmar Garcia, the one who Trump illegally kidnapped and sent to El Salvador, the one that President Trump kidnapped and illegally sent to El Salvador. That man has a wife and children. So for all the people that say they pro-life, I need y'all to stand 10 toes down. Are you really pro-life, or is that just a political stance? Are you really for pro-life, or is that just a political stance? That's my question. Pete Hegseth, you ain't gonna get off like that, man. You are leaking out confidential information. There's a law that states that you have committed a crime, because the Espionage Act, let me tell y'all this. The Espionage Act states that if you leak confidential information as an official, whether it's on purpose or by accident, that's a criminal activity. For those who just getting here, if this is your first time, I want to welcome y'all. I'm talking about this trash administration. That's what I'm talking about, this trash administration. If you have not done it, and if you want to continue to hear or see all the stuff that I got, man, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to my channel. I got all kind of insight and information about this trash government. Back to my regularly schedule. Pete Hegseth, you need to be held accountable, man. This is your second time for violating, for giving out top secret war plans. This man had his wife, his brother, and his attorney. It was a total of, I think they said 13 people on that chat. Something needs to happen to him. He needs to be held accountable. They showed him on TV yesterday. He was talking big and bad, blaming other people for him leaking out confidential information. Listen, man, right now, we under some serious times, man. We are under serious times under the worst president in Trump. We are in some serious time under the worst president in President Trump. I'm going to say it again. I got to say it again. We are dealing with some serious times under President Trump and his incompetent administration. It's sad when judges are not safe, college professors are not safe, our educational system is not safe, our college students are not safe as their visas are being attacked. This is by far the worst administration. This is by far the worst administration. The worst administration. This is by far the worst administration, man. And then everybody talking about they voted for they didn't vote for Harris because they voted for Trump because of the price of eggs. Well, how is that going now? How is the price of eggs in your town? Be honest. Don't come on here lying, because some people's lying and saying, in my market, there's $1. Is a lie. How's the stock market in your part of town? Answer that. How is the 401ks in your town? I can tell you it's down under this administration. And now he want to attack the Fed and say, y'all lower interest rate. No, you picked a fight, man. President Trump, with your incompetent behind, you picked a fight with the world. You put tariffs on the entire world. You went after friends, enemies, and it didn't matter. You attacked Canada. You attacked Mexico. You went after Singapore, and you talk about reciprocal tariffs. Singapore has 0 tariffs on the United States, but you put a 10% tariff on Singapore. President Trump talk all that. It's reciprocal. That ain't got nothing to do with it. He thought he was going to conquer the world. It reminds me of the cartoon Pinky and the Brain. For anybody who can remember Pinky and the Brain, this administration reminds me of the cartoon Pinky and the Brain. Now, between President Trump and Elon Musk, I don't know which one is Pinky. I don't know which one is the brain. But their goal every day was to take over the world. The goal of Pinky and the Brain every day was to take over the world. But guess what? They couldn't do it. They could not do it. So if you have not heard of that, man, check that old cartoon out. That's President Trump and Elon Musk, which represents Pinky and the Brain, man. But back to the tariffs, man. President Trump picked a fight with the entire world and thought he was going to win. Look at you now, man. Look at you now. All those who voted for him, we forgive y'all. We forgive y'all, man. Y'all made a mistake. Some of y'all can clearly see that you made a mistake, but some of y'all can't. Some of y'all can clearly see the mistake that you made by voting this president in, and how they treat felons in this country, and y'all vote President Trump in the White House. How Americans treat a felon, somebody who made a mistake, or maybe in a couple mistakes, but y'all vote one into the White House. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. But on a positive note, let me get back to the positive note, man. I want to acknowledge the victims of the Florida State shooting. Prayers to the family, friends, the students at the school, those who may be suffering, dealing with the trauma of that incident. I'm gonna also send prayers out to the Pope and the Catholics, all those who support the Pope. Send prayers out to the Pope, and they say it's 1.5 billion Catholics throughout the United States. So I want to send prayers and condolences to them. Anybody who lost anybody, I want to send prayers to your family, condolences, to your family, man. But right now, Trump got this world divided. A lot of hate has came out and continues to come out. Trying to see my comments. I don't know if they disabled or what. I can't see my comments. But anyway, I can't see my comments. I don't know what the deal is. But as I say, man, thank y'all for the continued support. I continue to rally and say, bring Garcia back home to his family. The United States Supreme Court has spoken. Somebody type something in the comments to see if it's working. I think my comments are disabled. I don't know what's going on. Trying to do something with my chat. Hold on, y'all. I think I did something with my chats. I don't know. I can't say chat hidden. How do I fix that? Okay, now the messages are back. Let me see who's spamming. Trump, as I was saying, thank y'all, man. Miguel, who's spamming? Because anybody spamming, they getting axed. Okay, I got my message back. My apologies. I don't know if I accidentally did something, but my messages were disabled. Sean Rudd said, Sean, you must be the one brainwashed. I'm a free thinker. I don't commit to one man and say I believe everything that one man say, like y'all do with Trump. I'm a free thinker, man. There's no human being I'm committed to say that to. So y'all the one brainwashed. Mike Hawk, take your dogs walking, man. You said you're taking it Hey, Mike Hawk, who you talking about, man? Back to my point, man. I'm sorry. All those, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome y'all. This is a live for free thinkers, man. You can't be committed to one man. Say, I believe everything this one man say. That's not a free thinker. A free thinker stand 10 toes down on his thoughts and ideas. Okay? And that's what we do here. That's what I do. I'm not committed to no party or none of that. I'm a free thinker, and I'm able to see. Got my eyes wide open. RT said I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the spam either. I don't know. I'm looking, though. Miguel, that's what I'm gonna start doing, man. I'm gonna start doing that. Miguel said make someone a moderator. Mr. Downhill said, can Americans just go with Elon into space? Take Russia with you. Free seems like you're locked in your head, your own cage. ROTC, listen, I'm a free thinker. I've never said, and I heard a lot of y'all say it. I did several videos where y'all said, I believe everything Trump said. That's a puppet, man. Don't you say, y'all can't say nothing about nobody. ROTCIV, that's your name? I'm a free thinker, man. It takes a fool to say I believe everything a man say. Come on, man. A man don't even do that with his wife. Y'all sound like clowns. Hey, Michael, we staying on topic. We talking about this trash administration and Trump. I want y'all to explain what needs to happen to Pete Hegseth, leaking out confidential information. Mike, you answer that. Mike, I need you to answer that. Any of y'all. I did a live with thousands of comments, right? And I gave everybody an opportunity to name one thing they disagree with Trump about. Less than 6 people could say anything. So I done did experiments with that. And the majority of them said they agree 100% with whatever Trump say. On this live, they said it. Actually, Abram said, are free speech and due process fundamental to what the United States claim to be? Exactly. We talk all that free this and due process until it's somebody that don't look like them. And then it's like, nah, they don't need it. Antonio, that's kind of racist. Send him to El Salvador. Why don't they send you to El Salvador? ROT, you here, so somebody, evidently it ain't easy, or are you just here to hate? Are you just here to hate? Tell me about the stock market, man. Everything this clown lied to you and said he was going to do, he haven't done it. I'm going to fix it on day one. He lied to you to get your vote, man. That's what he did. He said we need collaboration to turn scrap yards and old jewelry into a currency, not bought but earned in skill demonstration. I'm no. I think that might be a good point. I don't really know. Michael, you come here to answer my question. I don't gotta answer you. You come here. You come in here. What you think this is, Michael? Tell me about that clown president and Pete Hegseth leaking out classified information not only once but twice, and says you don't know because I know you don't. The Espionage Act says if you leak it out by accident or on purpose, you should be held accountable. Michael Wilbur, you should explain that, man, since you want to come here and defend this clown. Explain that, man. Rooster, you're a clown. This clown have a nerve to say, MAGA is in charge. Oh, MAGA's in charge of you and your household? That's one of the weakest statements somebody can make. Man, start to think for yourself. Eric, the evidence is out there, man. And I'm going to start, let me just start out, man. Since you're a Trump and can't think for yourself, Eric Cartman for you. The United States Supreme Court ruled 9-0, man, for them to facilitate his return. Bring something against that. Number 2, Pete Hegseth leaked information. Bring something against that. Number 3, President Trump is crashing the economy. Check your 401k and look at the stock market. Don't bring that to me when you ain't got nothing. Do some research before you come on this channel. Mickey, are you far right? Y'all ask all these crazy questions. Crazy questions. Okay, ROT, do you agree with everything this clown president do and say? Answer that then. Mike Hawk, you say it's a free country. It is a free country. That's why they shouldn't have kidnapped that man and sent him out. Don't be a hypocrite. It should be a free country. But yeah, he got gangs, these gangs going out kidnapping people. They done locked up professors, teachers. They going after judges. Don't tell me that free stuff. Parents said they believe what Trump tells them to believe. Exactly. Alex Pena said, good morning. Good morning. Yolo said, Hegseth needs to be fired. Our military is top priority. He is putting them at risk. Your loyalty should be with them. Exactly. But everybody give him a pass. They asked Trump, what about it? All Trump response was, he's doing a great job. His response should have been, I'm going to look into that. We're going to see what's going on. Antonio said we need a president, not a king. And Trump trying to be a president. That's why we in this financial mess that we in. He wanted to take over the world, take on the world with tariffs. How you going to win like that? Yeah, he needs due process. He needs to be fired in the meantime. That's what it say. Go study, man. Scott Gimble, I'm giving you one for you. The Espionage Act of 1917. Go study it. Get off of this live, go study it, and you come back later. Scott said, I don't agree with him on Greenland. The only thing I don't agree with. Besides Greenland, man, stuff he doing in this country, what don't you agree with, man? With this clown. It got to be a whole list. Michael Gilbert said, you have good points and a lot of trash talk. Listen, man, I don't want to appear to be just talking trash. But, you know, when I research stuff, I basically know what a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. I don't know everything. I'm going to shut you down if you try to come on here and act like there's nothing you would disagree with this man about, and we see all that he's doing. He going after universities, man. This is unprecedented. Is that what he meant when he said make America great again? Augusta said, is USA legal or stolen? Yo, you ain't go there. They say it can never be true justice on stolen land. Cindy Matt said, MAGA is not in charge. His boss, Sung Young Moon, is, though. Smooth for Life said, they sheep. ROT, man. RT says sending them to El Salvador is racist. He's asking me that question. It's just more than that, man. It's more than that. Even with your vice president, J.D. Vance, with his condescending, he just like Trump in a way, and called the Chinese people peasants. It's more than one thing. It's as a whole and totalitarian. In total, I mean, it's a racist administration. But we're going on, though. Rooster said, you can't handle MAGA in charge. What they in charge of your household? That's some funny stuff, Rooster. That's some funny stuff. Paris said, name one thing you disagree with Trump on MAGA caught. What they got to do with you? James asked, how much of the population do you think are actual Trump supporters? It don't matter. That's when I say think for yourself. Stop trying to say, well, what's the majority? I'm gonna go with the majority. Don't think like that, man. That ain't good. Don't think like that. Because long as some of y'all feel like y'all the majority, if you think, you're gonna continue to support that madness. Think freely, man. But good question though, Dixon. T4FR said Palestine. Yeah, we got to remember Palestine as well. Man, they losing kids and all that. They getting bombed with U.S. bombs and artillery. So, yeah, we got to acknowledge and remember the Palestinians. Scott, you said make Amazon 200 again? Okay. Hey, Samuel, it wouldn't even be a comparison with Trump. And you see what he's doing, man. And it's sad because you can't even be honest with yourself. For y'all to complain about the price of eggs, and eggs are higher now than they were then. The stock market is worse off now than it was then. 401ks are worse off now than it was then. But y'all don't talk about eggs no more because you can't. This is the worst president ever, man. He's a piece of trash president. He ain't doing nothing for American citizens. All he is helping is his billionaire buddies, because that's what it's about. So stop saying what Harris would have did. She had real plans, not concepts of a plan. Izzy said, your shirt is cool. Yo. Eric, you pull up the stock market, it's down 1,000 points. Don't tell me you didn't know that, man. Now we got these lies, man. This RT cat came on here and said, the stock market is doing good. Y'all tell him, I'm not dealing with that clown. And if you keep lying, I'm going to black you off of here, man. Just tell the truth. Jeff Watson said, true. Eric, that's your last warning. Eric said, you don't know a D thing. Don't get mad, man. All I do is bring information here. That's it, man. If you can't handle the truth, that's your problem. Yolo said the market is a dumpster fire right now. Everybody know that. But they love Trump so much that they will lie to make them to themselves. It's sad. See, I understand when people lie to other people because you might need to get out of a jam or whatever it may be. But when you lie to yourself, that's the worst thing a person can do, man, is lie to themselves, man. Perry said, it's a cult. You can't reason with a cult. You're right, though. Michael Wilbur said, who's the better candidate for president? Listen, let's deal with right now. Right now, we got Trump, and he is terrible for the economy. He is terrible for the country, and the world is laughing at us. So we can't even go into the talk about who's better. Let's just be real. We got Trump right now, and he's the worst case scenario. Trump is the worst case scenario. Smooth for Life said they believe lies. T4, thank you for telling Eric that. Hey, ROT, that the entire stock market is down, man. The entire stock market, sir. Mike Hawk, listen, man. I'm identifying myself once again for you, Mike. I'm a free thinker. And I use common sense. And common sense tells me that President Trump is wrong for the country right now. He's a disaster. And I know y'all had high hopes, make America great again. And after the election, y'all was doing a dance. We won. We won. And guess what? I told people then, I said, no, y'all didn't win. Americans lost. American citizens lost, man. Because this is what it is. Forget the Democrat, Republican, Independent. Forget all that. It's the billionaires, which is Trump and them. And then there's American citizens. The sooner y'all find out or realize that, y'all be better off, man. Scott said, be very careful about the word hate. You're using it every other sentence. It's in everyday lives right now, Scott. Scott, hatred from our government is in our lives every day, man. So go, you call Trump and tell him to put some love in the air. Even on Easter, he's spewing out hate. And that's who y'all follow. His speech for Easter was about hate. Scott, I ain't gonna read that. That man called Trump a god. What in the world? Rooster, when you said you need us, we don't need you, who you talking about, you, and who's us? Explain that, man. Trump ain't sent you to help me, man. If he did, I don't want it. I don't want your help. I don't want Trump's help. Take it back where you to the piss of hell where you got it from. I don't want that, nor do I accept it. Yoda, would you say Trump's so mean? I hate that he put Peter in jail. Hey, Mike Hawk, since you the representative, man, I want you to explain what needs to happen to Pete Hegseth. Mike Hawk, since you want to be the representative, here's your opportunity. Represent that. Tell us on this chat what needs to happen to Pete Hegseth and his incompetence, leaking out confidential information, wartime information, putting our military in jeopardy. Since you're the spokesperson, speak out on that, man. Cindy Matt said, I watched Trump walk to his helicopter one day, working in D.C. Bro, he has the aura of a Walmart manager. He's not the leader you all think he is or feel he is. I love you. He would never tell you that. Thank you. T. Bray said, I love Trump. We respect that. James Dixon said, he said he was going to drop the prices of eggs on day one and the prices of gasoline. He ain't did none of that. Guess what? He don't plan to do it, man. Trump don't plan to help American citizens at all. That's not his goal. This is a money grab, man. Y'all got to understand this. This presidency was a big and is a big money grab for President Trump, his family, and his billionaire buddies. Perry said they believe whatever Trump tells them to believe. It can't change in a moment. Michael Wilbur said, I know my views, but I want to know your views. You come here and just listen to this live. And just whatever I'm talking about, because I stay on topic. Michael Wilbur said, I know my views, but I want to know yours. Evidently you do, because you're here on this live. But we're going to stay on topic. One of my views is bring Kilmar Garcia back to the United States with his family, his wife, and his children. Y'all claim y'all about pro-life. That man got children. He got pro-life that he need to take care of. Bring that man back to his family. Number two, we got a Pete Hegseth leaking out confidential information. He needs to be held accountable. And then number three, President Trump is just destroying this economy. His main problem, because he thought he was so bad, the U.S., he declared war on the entire world. Where can you do that at? You cannot do that. You need allies in this world. That's why we say he's not competent. That man ain't ready to be president. And guess what? The Queen, Kamala Harris, warned about this, man. Everybody want to talk about her. She warned about all of this. And guess what? It's coming to pass. Mike Hall said, Fury free thinker. Why can't people have free speech? Actually, Amber says, sorry, I don't have disposable income to gamble on the stock market. But so glad that the economy crashing is good for you, Scott. Michael Wilbur said, I'm not defending Trump. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. But a lot of people come on here and just defend him blindly. And all I'm is talking about the issues. I say bring Garcia back. Some of y'all say not. And my answer to that is, well, the Supreme Court ruled 9-0. Do we believe in the Constitution? But you still got a right to believe what you want to believe. Rooster keeps saying MAGA's in charge. MAGA's in charge of your house, not us. Lunapalooza, say, where you getting your information from? I'm not going to tell you my sources, man. But it can be verified. People on here can verify what I'm saying. You research. All you got to do is research. First step is get off of Fox News, get off of conservative radio, and you might hear some truth. Hey. ROTC, you got to be getting something or you wouldn't be here. I don't go somewhere I can't be fed. That's me. I don't know about you. So you make it make sense to me. Oh man, this dude talking crazy. Let me go ahead. Let me go get rid of this cat. The least, man, I can ask is be respectful. You can disagree all you want, but you come clowning on here, you getting up out of here. Yolo said MAGA's beginning to walk away. Good. Perry said, Michael, you have no views. Your views are what Trump's telling you they are. James Dixon says, so how is crashing our economy good in any way? James Dixon says, so how is crashing our economy good in any way? It's not. It's terrible. We got a terrible president right now. And his administration is trash, man. They're incompetent. And always talking about who's not qualified and who's incompetent. This administration is incompetent. And this is the thing. Let me share this with y'all real quick. The Omno said this is a censorship of free speech, and it's not. It said being ignorant and repeating other people's words is. Okay. Hey, Yoda, make sure you stay on topic, man. Stay on topic. Let me say this real quick, man. For those who this here your first time, man, I want to welcome you to the chat. We're talking about the incompetent president and Trump. If you have not done it already and you want to continue to get that good stuff, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. Make sure y'all like this video too, man. Like the video. Michael Wilbur said, but between Harris and Trump, easy choice. I don't know, but a lot of people on the polls when they was talking to people, a lot of people admitted it. I don't know if you can admit it or not, Michael. A lot of people admitted that they did not want to vote for the black woman. They didn't want a woman, number one, and they did not want a black woman. A lot of people admitted this during the exit polls. So it wasn't that he was better. They did not want a black woman. Cincy Matt said, it's good for people to think America is doing well, though. Let the sheep eat their grass in peace. Thank you, sir. Eric said, the evidence is out there. That's what I thought you can't provide. Eric said, the evidence is out there. That's what I thought. You can't provide anything. Eric, what are you providing? You ain't brought anything to counteract anything that I said. I'm going to say it again. This is for Eric, y'all. The United States Supreme Court ruled 9-0 for Trump to facilitate his return. Counter that. That's number one. Eric Cartman. That's number one. You counter that. Number two, Pete Hegseth leaked information on more than one occasion. That's number two. Counter that. Number three, Trump is tearing up the economy. Look at the stock market. Counter them three things, Eric. Don't come on here playing with me. I thought so. These people come on here, man. You go to another live. You come here, you're going to get facts. I don't care if you like it or not. Get over it. Scott, explain any of that we just said. He lied to you because he knew you would believe him without thinking, and told you he was going on day one, he was going to help the economy. And I'm telling you today, he's doing the exact opposite. So how's things going good? Scott Shield, how are things going good? I'm talking to you, Scott. I'm highlighting you, Scott. You tell me that. This man lied to you and said he was going to help the prices of eggs. Jesse, listen, man. It's sad, man. But I understand you're in the court. You can't help yourself. Okay? I understand you're in the court and can't help yourself. Trump was on Fox News saying that they won the ruling, and that's where y'all get that from. They lost 9-0, man. So you need to read the ruling again, man. This is sad. Y'all try to turn lies into truths. You Trumpists and you MAGAs try to turn lies into truths. Smooth for Life said, if you, I ain't even gonna say that. Don't just talk about research. Do your research and bring it here. ROT, because you ain't got none. I done already did mine. Ace Ventura said, where's the locker up crowd? That's crazy. You come here, you got to answer the questions. I ain't got to answer nothing. You on my live. Go to another live. You think you're going to rearrange something? Because you ain't answer nothing I ask you. Because you can't. YOLO said, I trade every day. The market has imploded. It's down 1,000 points from the other day. Michael Wilbur said, good for me if the stock market crash. Because I guess he's going to buy the dip. He's going to buy low. The Omno said, I'm a meritocrat. Meritocrat. Okay. Not left or right. Dead center. Right. And you just look at views. That's the only way to be. So if you vote this way, but you got people on this live, the Omno, that who says they go for Trump 100%. Anything Trump say, they go with it. And they would verbally admit that to you. The Omno said Trump is a monster. Skip, anytime. Eric, I just gave you simple stuff and you can't even, you talking about Biden. We talking about Trump and his incompetent administration, man. Don't dance around it. Don't try to dance around it. Paris said, wow, that they think they have options. They think what Trump's tell them to think. Because if they try to disagree with Trump, Trump don't play that. He gonna disown them. Trump don't let you disagree with him. That's something they do know. Y'all research that. Jesse said, not everything, because I'm not a... Okay. Board said, trumpet or fire? Skip, I don't trust no human being 100%, man. Like y'all say y'all vowed to him. It's a spell. This right here is not normal, man. Listen, if you just coming, if this is your first time on this live, I want to welcome y'all to this live. We calling Trump out on his mess. I'm calling Trump out on his mess. I'm exposing his incompetent administration. If y'all have not done it, go and subscribe to that channel so you can get more of this rickety raw stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video too. David said Trump is not a monster. It said, where's the Ryan Wolf said, where's the make a deal guy? Tariff dress getting stuff done. He said he'd ordered a deal. He ain't getting no agreements on no tariffs. He can't even stop the Russia-Ukraine war. This man can't even stop the war in Israel. I'm the order the deal. That's why it's not good to be running around lying. Because the truth gonna come to the light. James Dixon said, what's the most? Trump supporters don't have no 401k. Lunchbox called me narrow-minded. How being a free thinker is narrow-minded? How does being a free thinker, as I am, I have not committed my allegiance to one man like y'all have. Trump. Y'all done pulled Trump. It ain't even the Republican Party no more. Because y'all threaten them. They afraid to speak up. It's just MAGA. And you talking about free thinkers? Y'all far from free thinkers, man. But when you on this live, I'm giving y'all permission. You able to be a free thinker and think for yourself. You able to be a free thinker and think for yourself as long as you be respectful. That's the condition now. Mike said life is like the ocean. The tide comes in and it goes back out. That's a fact. Mike, that is a fact. Jesse, he asked why the Democrats. I'm not a Democrat, man. I'm a human being. I'm an American citizen. I'm a free thinker. But check this out. The way this clown president is running around, he needs to be called out at every step. Every time he do a clown move, he needs to be called out. You don't think so? Just running around locking up professors, you don't think that need to be called out? Attacking universities? I'm going to hold funds if you don't believe like me. If you don't be like my MAGA people and not think for yourself, I'm going to hold funding. Guess what Harvard told him? Harvard University said, man, we ain't going for that. That man holding $2 billion from Harvard University. Harvard said, nah, we ain't doing that. Yolo said, when Biden was president, I didn't worry. Ace Ventura, you hit the nail on the head, man. Remember when Trump said he didn't know what Project 2025 is? Another lie from the pits of hell. That's all he do is lie. I've heard some people say, if Trump is talking, then he's lying. That's all he do. Boris said, Trumpster fired. TM. Sandboard, don't say that, man. Okay, Scott says you don't know. I'm going to help you, man. Scott said, okay, what information did Peak leak? Give me details. Peak Hegseth gave away confidential wartime in real life now, real-time information. 2 hours before they struck Yemen, he leaked the information on a chat on Signal. I call it Facebook, but it's an app that you and I can download. He had it on his personal phone. Mistake number one. On the app, mistake number two. They invited a reporter by accident, mistake number three. Are you not aware of that, Scott? And then that was the first time. The second time he gave that same information, he had his wife on there, his brother, and his attorney on there. Go check that out, Scott. You didn't know about that? I ain't gonna keep going back and forth, man. I've been talking, giving valuable information on and on. Let me talk to my people for a minute. Listen, man, if this is your first time, man, I want to welcome you to the chat. I thank you for the continued support. If you've been here, those who just getting here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can get this real information. Eric said, Sandboard, that's Rich coming from the side who supported LGBT. Oh, hey, Eric, I don't hate LGBTQ community. So anybody who support them, is that a bad thing? I don't hate them. So you can say I support them. I don't support the lifestyle, but I ain't got no hate. See, the problem with Trump, he teaches his followers to just hate people. Really, anybody who don't look like them. And that could be a Mexican, it can be a black person, it can be a Chinese person. They just teach hate, 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 because that's what Trump is. I love all people, man. All people. And it could be white, black, Chinese, it don't matter. LGBTQ, whatever, all that. So stop throwing that in there, man. Ludapalooza said, what is Project 2025? Hey, man, go research it, man. It's out there. Michael Wilbur said Musk bought his position. He did. Musk gave $250 million for Trump's campaign, right? Michael, Elon Musk gave Trump $250 million. But guess what? He collecting on a return. That's why he get them government contracts. Elon Musk is making $8 million per day. Y'all go research that. Don't be asking me how I know that. Perry said, MAGA is loving their Kool-Aid. They loving the Kool-Aid and they loving the syrup. They sipping on scissor. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah, we know what Project 2025 is. And some of us got the document. You relate him to the Joker and Batman. He going to talk him up. He going to play some music, and he going to do that interview, and the poison will be in the streets soon. Good analogy, Cindy Matz. Mike Hawk, see, you let him talk enough, it'll come out, because it run through their brain, their hate. It run through their veins, some of them. They'll say the little condescending, somewhat hateful, somewhat racist remarks. Mike Hawk said, they should send you to El Salvador. Wow. Wow. Scott said, oh yeah, you need to learn your history, brother. Hey, Scott, you got to look it up yourself, man. I ain't going to keep wasting time on this live to hand spoon feed you, man. Look it up yourself. Or watch the rerun. Watch the rerun. Or watch some of my other reruns. You'll get a lot of information, man. But you got to have, Scott, the only way you can learn on this, you got to have a couple things. You got to have your mind open. Have an open mind, number one. Number two, you got to put your thinking caps on. Remember how in elementary school, they used to say, put your thinking caps on. Scott, now's the time to put your thinking caps on. Eric Carmen said, he'll win again. Yo, y'all some funny dudes, man. Ace Ventura said, we're going to lose so hard, these people won't ever vote again. Yo. Aaron said Garcia had due process. Okay, well, the Supreme Court is giving him due process again. You believe in the Constitution, right? Don't you, sir? Cam Sugoda said Trump's need to be fired and held accountable for the things he done. Exactly. David. Yo, David, that's sad, man. You gonna come on this live and say, you're not smart? What? Challenge anything I said. That was some of the weakest stuff you could have said. You think by insulting me, what did that mean? David Fincher, you're not smart. The Omno say he can't win again 2 terms. Both kind of failed or were maybe bought. Yeah, yeah. But see, they go against the Constitution when they want to. Like on Garcia and bringing him back to the country, they going against the Constitution. They want Trump to run a 3rd time, going against the Constitution. Scott Gimble said, I'm agreeing with you, my man. Perry Mike, they should check your... Rooster, you keep saying the same thing, man. You say that one more time, it's going to be spamming. I'm going to go and get you out of here. He said tariffs work. It's like a boycott. Hey, Mike Hawk, we're going to stay on topic. But since you don't know, man, one of the main things Biden did, right? The Inflation Reduction Act to help farmers out, man. I ain't going to keep going back and forth. You research that. Now Trump is taking that and farmers are hurting. Do your research before you come on here yapping your yapping. I do a lot of studying about this stuff, man. RTC, well, I know that he's not a clown. I can clearly see that. Who you talking about, ROT? James Dixon said, arm yourselves. Don't make it easy for them. Michael Wilbur said, I win in good times and bad times. I buy from estate sales, no tariffs. That's good. That's some good stuff you just said. Sissy Matt said, Kamala, can you spell? Yeah. Do better. Okay. Nunya said 3 times for Trump. Do y'all support or believe in the Constitution? All the ones on here saying that. Melissa said, hello from Indiana. Shout out to Indiana. Melissa M is in the house. Melissa M is in the building. Orpheus said, at least you can easily spot the fascists in red hats now. Yeah. And there's some, they don't even have the hats on. You can just spot them once they get to talking. Your parents said they're out here evangelizing for their orange messiah. Yeah, they put that man on the level of God. That's crazy. Tour fire, that ain't true. He said no income tax for people making less than 100,000. They taxing everybody, man. They might do that one day, but not right now. No, that was some good stuff. You said we need tri-presidential systems. And you said it's operating on the same rules of jury duty, so we aren't lied to about one day being president, a week with an expert, a vice president, and a debate on every bill. Yeah, we have to look at that because that might be a good idea. I don't know. That got to be looking into, though. RT said, I never said I didn't disagree with things. Okay. Nunya said, we know you don't know everything. Laugh out loud. I don't know everything. I ain't even going to sit up here and lie. Michael Weber, sir, I agree with you. Okay. Skip said, Kamala was our queen. What were we thinking? Disrespectful, man. Cheetah said, I love Trump. RTC, listen. I said RTC. Well, it's RTCIV. Sir, you said, do you hate me because I'm Jewish? No, no. I just told you I love people. You get with this president, he the one spew hate and hate certain people and try to encourage y'all to, because he get y'all to do his dirty work. He encouraged y'all to hate. That ain't me. Don't try to flip it on me. Go call Trump and ask him, do he hate you because of that? Cindy Matt said, I need all you Americans to work together. I grew up on a military base. I didn't even know Americans had beef till I was 10. I thought we were one. Then we moved off base. All these kids cursing. Semi Mats, that's a good point. But it just can't happen by the snap of the finger. It's going to take real work and real honest stuff. Not hiding history. Not saying we got to get rid of this history. It'll take a lot of honesty. And some people are not ready to be honest. Melissa M said they're actually disrespecting his rights. And they are. And they know they are. But guess what? Since he beneath them in their mind, how J.D. Vance is condescending and think he above Chinese, call them peasants, that's the same way they think. That's how they think. So they don't mind disrespecting him because guess what? In their mind, he's beneath them, which is wrong. Yolo said if Kamala was president, the world wouldn't hate us right now. And that's a fact. The entire world hate us, man. It's crazy because of Trump. And the funny thing, somebody was like, hey, China, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It's crazy that the entire world hate the country because of Trump. Canada feeling some type of way. Mexico. A lot of countries, the list goes on, man. It's crazy right now. But listen, man, if this is your first time, you come here, that's where we're going to talk about Trump and his incompetent administration. Talking about Trump and his incompetent administration. If you have not done it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. RT, you're not up on how Trump is attacking universities? You just asked me, where is this university coming from? Listen, man, this is basic. You can turn on any network and see the story. After you do that, then you go do your research after that. Now we're going to go back to the topic like you said, but either you plan or you don't know. You said, where the university, the attack on university, you don't know that? Golly. Winner trying to justify. Winner said that's not what he meant when he said he loved the uneducated. Trump said he can go in the middle of the street and shoot somebody and y'all would still continue to support him. That speaks volume because he's talking about y'all now. When Elon said he wanted to dismantle the Department of Education, that's because of the MAGAs and the trumpets. He's saying y'all, he like, man, they can't think for themselves. I want to destroy the Department of Education. We on the same subject. You ain't been able to give no substance on that. The United States Supreme Court ruled, I'm going to tell you again since you forgot. The United States Supreme Court ruled 9-0 to bring Garcia back, facilitate the return. Number 2, it's 3 topics. Pete Hegseth leaking confidential information on more than one occasion, 2 times. And number 3, your President Trump is dismantling this economy. He butchering the economy, but lied to you and said on day 1 he was going to do this, that, and the third. Listen, man. The Pope told us that they keep messing with Harvard. It's several universities. It ain't just Harvard, but Harvard standing 10 toes down. The Pope, that's what he's doing, making a lot of enemies. He's making a whole bunch of enemies, man, because of his incompetence. That's what he's doing. He done made the United States the laughing stock of the world, which is crazy. Only one can't see it is some of us here in this country. But open your eyes, man. TS, you come on here every day with that gas is down, them lies. Guess what? I'm going to say more power to you. Keep lying. Your wallet ain't going to lie for you, though. When you buy them groceries, it ain't going to be able to lie for you. So you keep lying down. Keep lying, keep lying, keep lying, man. Hey, I'm going to get rid of TC because you just said something racist. Going to say he's black. What do you expect? I got something for you. Get rid of all clowns, man. Anybody come here with that disrespect, you're going to get axed because I don't need you. Take this valuable information. When you come in here, have your thinking caps on so you can learn something. Officer said the Ukraine war was supposed to end day one. That man ain't no order to deal. That man ain't got a clue what he doing. He messing up the economy. Make sure you like this video, y'all, because I know you're getting value from it. He was going to end the Israel war, the war in Gaza. On day one, he was going to fix the economy. He has done none of that. None. Now y'all quick to take side. We don't have to give federal funding. Anything he say, man, it's sad though. That's what they mean by trumpets and can't think for yourself. Just because he do it, it makes it right. Just because this clown does it, y'all just ride with him like it's right. And he's dead wrong. Scott Gamble. 12 man, Garcia don't have to be in my home, but he need to be with his family. Because y'all pro-life, right? Didn't you say pro-life? Send that man back home with his family. Them human beings, them children. His wife and his children, man. Tammy said, Perry, you should be Tammy said, Perry, you should actually be investing in gold. Okay. King Zion said everything made in China. See, that's what they don't know. That's what people don't realize, but they finding out now. Even that expensive stuff that people be buying, it was made in China and then it be shipped to like Italy so they can put made in Italy on it or made wherever. Everything. Man, they said like 80 or 90% of the stuff in the world is made in China first. So this is a tariff war he cannot win. Ben said American military can't make drones without China. Thanks for sharing that. Listen, man, thank y'all for y'all continued support, man. If you just coming, we talking, we exposing and calling out President Trump and his incompetent administration. We calling out Trump and his incompetent administration. It's a mess right now. America is a mess right now. I want to thank y'all, man, who's come on here able to think free and express themselves with some sense without being disrespectful, without using racism and hate. I appreciate y'all for coming, man. If you have not done it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I make a video. Anybody got any last thoughts? Ned say he won't win. They would say order the deal. Okay. Build American goods. It's going to take a while to build these factories y'all talking about. That's going to take a while. Basketball. Don't wish that on him, man. It can happen to you. It can happen to me. Don't say Garcia is home because he's not. That man got a wife and kids here, man. Have some sympathy. The United States Supreme Court ruled 9-0 to facilitate his return. Tammy, you said if Biden economy was so strong, it's stronger than what it is now. The economy is in the trash right now, Tammy. Rich Madry said all the wood from Home Depot and Lowe's come from Canada. That's still not here in the United States. Trump's still beefing with Canada. Quentin said in San Francisco, a dozen eggs are almost $30. Man, y'all better wake up. And that's because of Trump. Trying to bully the world, putting tariffs on the world. That's because of Trump. Thanks for sharing that. The real YouTube T said you're going to have to pay China way more now. Yeah? Rucker said Trump is racist. America, great white hope. Maybe they think we are going to start up cobalt mines. Right now, somebody said with Kamala B. Harris, they can continue to go back and back and back. Right now, this administration is trash. This administration is not good for America. It's not good for American citizens. Only people who supporting him right now is the MAGA and those who are following him blindly. Those who are making conscious decisions are telling him to chill out on these tariffs, but he won't listen because he's so arrogant. He will not listen because he's so arrogant. Jason, what do you mean? Talking about what tribe are you from? Ben said, Tammy, the U.S. economy was the strongest in the world after COVID. I'm sorry, these are facts. We know it hurts your feelings. Cass and Carr said it's been a mess. It's really a mess right now. Listen, y'all, welcome. If this is your first time, we're calling Trump out on his mess and his incompetence. Subscribe to this channel so you can continue to get the Ricky raw. Make sure you like this video, man. The Pope said, Trump said anybody that dare criticize him over the weekend of golfing, he's going to let him have it. Trump ain't playing. Anybody got any last comments? Because I'm going to wrap it up. I've been on here a while. I can't read everybody's comments. I do want to thank y'all, man, for the continued support, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the continued support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. They said he wants martial law. Somebody said, yes, please wrap it up. I'm tired. Constitution, that's right. Somebody said exactly what they voted for. Yeah, right. Somebody said, thank you for the stream. Thank you. Thank y'all for the continued support, man. Go ahead and like this channel. Subscribe, man. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Ray said this one out like they did when our people were oppressed. Man, anybody suppression gonna lead to our suppression. So we do gotta speak up. But thank you for them words, man. Trump's a criminal forever. Okay. Thank y'all, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not done it, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. No more kings, somebody said. All Trumpers try me with supporters is moving pretty fast. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Like this video, man. Like it, like it, like it. Until next time, man. Thanks again. Y'all be safe. Peace.